Hardcore, along with the heavyweight champ, the Natural. Hello, Natural.
Tony, I don't know why you're here. This is supposed to be 1 hour fully interactive with the Natural. What the hell are you doing?
No. Listen. Last week we got a 1-hour infomercial for the Natural, and the IWA has sent me in here to keep some sort of order.
Well, Tony, I suspected as much. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I've got a big surprise for you later in the show, Marianne. I haven't seen you in a long time, but I haven't forgotten you.
Oh, you're just pretty surprised, aren't you, the Natural? And we're going to head right into the ring now. Jushin Thunder Liger against the IWA's own Ultimo Dragon.
What a match is going to be. This may be the greatest Japanese match ever seen on IWA television. It's Liger against Dragon, and it's going to be great right when we come back on Hardcore.
Liger and the Ultimate Dragon.
Tony, this is going to be one of the greatest matches we've ever seen. Jushin Thunder Liger, as I stated earlier, generally regarded as one of the greatest all-around athletes in the history of professional wrestling. Fastest career after Tiger Mask. He's a mainstay with New Japan Pro Wrestling. And, of course, Ultimo Dragon, who the fans of the IWA have become very familiar with. As you can see, Dragon with a bit of a strength advantage here, Tony.
And there's no doubt about it, I bet we're going to see a lot of aerial tactics in this match.
Unbelievable. Look at the neck strength of Dragon, though, supporting the weight of Liger. Liger about 5'6", but weighs about 215 pounds. He's a tank.
I'm always amazed here at this Liger here with...
Tony, I'm getting word from the director. I understand we've got an interview with Ultimo Dragon. I wonder if he's learned to speak.
Well, let's go.
まあこの優勝はクリスマスプレゼントみたいなもんでね、テニーさんと組ましてもらって、テニーさんがいたからね、優勝できたんであって、でも3回いろんな選手とやれたってことで、すごくJカップの前にすごくいい練習したら失礼ですけどね、いい弾みになったというか、そんな感じがしました。
All right, Natural, somebody else that's gunning for that heavyweight belt.
Well, I'm really surprised at Dragon. Although he is one of the greatest athletes in the world, he was not with the IWA that long, certainly not long enough to be naming me on international media interviews. He's going to have to get in line for a title shot, Marianne. You know that.
Well, we got some great action right now. Liger and the Ultimo Dragon, the IWA's own Ultimo Dragon. Some great action here, Natural.
Courtesy of our friends at War once again. Every week we try to give the fans in the IWA a taste of the style of wrestling in another country with our own wrestlers. The IWA's own Ultimo Dragon. In this case, also we've seen Reinhardt, Chris Jericho in past weeks and his battles in Japan with Nakajima, Dragon, and also Chris Benoit. I believe last week we showed that match. So we're going to have some Lance Storm, that stinking punk that you mentioned next week. I'm going to be defending the IWA Hardcore Heavyweight title against Lance Storm. And Lance Storm, Chris, I used to like Chris Jericho, Marianne. I used to like him quite a bit. Now he's gone and stuck his nose in my business. He's going to be in Lance Storm's corner. What the hell's going on with that?
Well, I think they've had just about enough of Bad News Allen is what I think they have.
But Bad News Allen, he's a licensed coach. He coaches me. He's allowed to be in the corner. Chris Jericho's a wrestler. He has no business in the ring. They obviously want to cheat Tony.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Well, I'm going to say a little bit more about this later. But Marianne, like I said, I haven't forgotten about you. I haven't seen you for a while, but I haven't forgotten about you. I got a special surprise for you coming up to the show. One of your greatest moments in the history of IWA television. You were involved with it. You were right there, and I've got it.
All right, let's get back into the ring, Natural. Liger and the Ultimo Dragon.
I'll tell you what, like I say, two men very equally matched in wrestling ability. Ultimo Dragon probably slightly faster, a bit more adept at the flying aspect of Japanese wrestling, but Liger, as you can see, is a tank. Like I said, 5'6", but 215. Very, very strong individual. Right here, you see, Tony, he's got him surfboarded. Bent way back. Liger, very innovative with these submission moves.
That's got to hurt the back. I'm always amazed at this head stuff here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the headwear that these guys have?
Mask? We should get you a mask with that stupid mustache you got. But I'll tell you what, look, they wear the mask, Tony, because they want to hide their identity in Japan. You're a warrior when you're a wrestler. Some of these guys are university professors, they're doctors, they're lawyers. They got to keep these straight jobs.
Look at the moves here. The Ultimo Dragon, who you will be facing here in Hardcore.
Well, Tony, that's a little bit of conjecture on your part. Clearly, he wants a title match just like everyone else does. All the ham and eggs, he likes one. Dragon, oh my God! Tilt the world backbreakers. What a move. Call the match.
Well, I'm a little flabbergasted. I'm not used to this high-flying stuff, but there's no doubt about it. That had to get to the back, and he was stretching the back earlier. Now
Tony, look at that. He's got him in that head scissors. He's got those big legs. It's got to be putting a lot of pressure on the neck of Dragon. As I was saying, Tony, I don't want to belabor the obvious here, but Ultimo Dragon is going to have to wait his turn to get a title shot as great as he is.
Well, I think that you're going to have to grant this man a title match sometime in the future.
Well, perhaps he should try to get through Lance Storm and Rick Martel and Dwight the Clown and all these other idiots that I've got to defend the title against before he goes mentioning my name on television. Can we please call this match, Tony?
Yes, let's get back to the ring.
I hate to talk about myself.
Well, you can tell your wrestling fans lots of information to tell you about as the hour progresses here on Hardcore. Liger and the Ultimo Dragon in the ring right now, courtesy of War.
Liger working on the arm of Dragon. Big chop there to the chest.
Oh.
They're exchanging here, Tony. Unbelievable. And now Dragon shooting Liger in. He's got him. He's trying to hook him in an abdominal stretch. Liger rolls through, hooking him into a crossface. Very good mat wrestling. Both men known for their flying, but also, as you can see, very adept at mat wrestling, especially Liger.
Well, I bet we're going to see some of that high-flying stuff yet before this match is over.
Both men know each other very well in terms of the high flying. They both know that the other man can fly. They're going to be very careful and I believe a little bit more conservative than you imagine in terms of picking their spots to hit those high flying moves. That's why we're seeing trying to win the match with a submission hold. Although these men are both very tough. Dragon, for example, only 206 pounds at 5'8". He's not a real big guy. Liger feels that his joints are susceptible to joint locks. And he's working those right now. Trying to key lock both arms.
And he's got him down on the mat, so we will hopefully see some of that high flying. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Liger and the Ultimo Dragon here on Hardcore. The Natural, along with Tony Mariani in for Joyella, who's still smashing some pumpkins off an arm.
Liger shooting Dragon in. Look at that, landed right on his feet, almost blew his knee out. Went for a clothesline. Liger blocked it. Spinning side kick to the kidneys. Reversal of the whip. Liger shoots Dragon off. That's a leapfrog. Goes for the monkey foot. Dragon flips through. There's a leg sweep and a pin. And another leg sweep by Dragon. This is too fast to call. He rolls through. Japanese arm drag. Oh my God, Marietti, I'm losing my voice.
I think we need a rest here. Liger and the Ultimo Dragon on Hardcore, and you can see the fans enjoying that action.
You can see how lightly quick these two men are. Obviously, the smaller style wrestlers are always going to be a little quicker. It's like the welterweights compared Sugar Ray Leonard to Mike Tyson. They're going to be quicker. They're going to be faster. They're going to be more explosive. But how would one of these men fare in a match against a heavyweight like myself? We're going to find out when the Ultimo Dragon comes out of me. Look at that! Drop kick right to the kneecap. That is an explosive move and a very, very dirty move, in my opinion, by Jushin. He could have taken this knee out.
This match could be over. He's holding that leg. It looks, it doesn't look good for the Ultimo Dragon.
Liger is a very, whoa, that hurt the old ACL. Liger is a very popular individual in Japan, Tony. He, in fact, has his own cartoon in Japan. Very popular. He's more like a superhero than a wrestler. But as you can see, he is not shy about going for the susceptible areas on a wrestler. Look at that.
This is not looking good for the Ultimo Dragon. He may be doing you a favor here, Natural.
Well, you know, maybe I should send Liger some money because he's taking care of some of my business for me right now. There's German suplex. Unprotected German suplex. Liger just threw him, showing the strength. And now going for the figure four. We're familiar with this one, Tony.
This is one of your favorites, Natural.
Tony, it's a very painful hold. As you can see, the pressure on the ankle, the knee, and the Achilles tendon.
Dragon looks like he's trying to reverse this.
He's going to have to roll it through, or he's going to have to reach the ropes. But he's in the middle of the ring. He may have a problem with this.
We may have a submission here, Natural.
I don't know. Dragon is very mentally tough, but when you're only 5'8" as Dragon is, it's very difficult to reach the ropes in a 22-foot ring.
And I guess that's the other advantage of having the headgear, the mask. You can't read the expressions, so you don't know exactly where the opponent is.
I can't read the expressions, but I can sure hear Ultimo Dragon screaming even here in the studio.
Well, I tell you, it looks like Jushin Liger is doing a little screaming himself, trying to get more pressure onto that figure four.
The only disadvantage Liger has is with having the shorter legs, it's very difficult. As you can see, the one leg was not fully hooked around Dragon, and that's probably why he didn't get a submission.
Didn't have it in place, but he's going for it. No, he's going for something different here.
This is a Texas cloverleaf form of an Indian deathlock, Tony. Very dangerous move. You're going to have a very flexible groin and hamstring muscles in order to not submit. But look at Dragon trying to roll through an inside cradle, and Liger too smart for him.
Now, is Liger going to go back with this, you figure? Don't they take this one backwards?
Liger could stand up and go back into a bridge, but what he's doing now is instead folding the man in half, version of a stump puller, but he's got the arm chicken wing in the back, the pressure's on about 10 different points. This is great scientific wrestling.
Absolutely unbelievable scientific wrestling, courtesy of War here on Hardcore. I am Tony Mariani, in with the Natural this week.
Still got those legs hooked up and dragging. This is one way of grounding a high flyer, Tony. This would be my strategy if I were wrestling Ultimo Dragon. As you suggest I would try to ground him, and the best way to ground someone is by taking out a knee.
Well, it looks like the Ultimo Dragon has
reversed it into a half crab, and he's got that hooked in deep, but again, Liger with very powerful legs. This is going to be hard to get a submission.
This is great action here on Hardcore. Jushin Thunder Liger against the IWA's own Ultimo Dragon.
Tony, in case you've been out of the loop, as I know you have, but wait, let me get to that in a moment. Look at this. This is a very dangerous submission. Oh, my God, showing a lot of charisma there.
Here we go.
Looked like one of my moves, but look, he went back into a bridge. He's got him totally stretched out, but Liger able to see that hand through, and he cranked him in. As I was saying, Tony, I know you've been out of the loop, but Ultimo Dragon, besides being a great athlete, is also the IWA Junior Heavyweight World Champion, beating Lionheart Chris Jericho right here on the IWA Wrestling Network. The match took place in Winnipeg. I think you were there, weren't you?
Yes, I was, and if you've just joined us...
causing trouble.
Oh, yes, right. And if you've just joined us, wrestling fans, we had a little bit of an interview from the Ultimo...
Handspring round out elbow, Tony. Unbelievable move.
Listen, we're going to get one thing straight here, Mr. Natural. You're going to allow me to get in a few words here. The IWA has sent me here to keep you in control, and that's what we're going to do this hour.
Tony, no one wants an office, Steve. I know that's what you are. The office sent you here to watch you. They didn't like you changing the name of the show to the Natural Wrestling Alliance, which is basically what this is anyway. Until someone could beat me, it is the Natural Wrestling Alliance, if you like it or not.
Wrestling fans, this is the IWA Hardcore, and with me, Tony Mariani is the heavyweight champ, the Natural, and we have a great match courtesy of War. Jushin Thunder Liger against the IWA's own Ultimo Dragon.
You've been out of the loop for 2
but I gotta tell you something, Natural. Just as I was saying earlier when you interrupted me, this Ultimo Dragon has issued a challenge to you. And we want to know, are you going to grant this man a match, a title match?
Tony, he's going to have to prove himself, quite obviously. I can't just be granting matches to every idiot that wants a title match. Of course, everyone would like to be the IWA champion. I'm sure you'd like to be the IWA champion.
I don't think
Unfortunately, you've been genetically shortchanged, and it's never going to happen. So this man's going to have to prove himself, Tony.
Well, I don't know what you want him to prove. We'll see what happens here with Thunder Liger and the Ultimo Dragon, and hopefully we'll have more information concerning the challenge that has been issued by the Ultimo Dragon on the heavyweight champ, the Natural.
Both men favoring their knees, of course, and there's a sumo bump it's called, and that's a handspring round-out elbow. Out to the floor. Watch out, this is where Dragon's very dangerous. Liger's going to have to watch it, but look, Liger, acai flip back to the ring. Liger saw him coming, but watch out, Liger's not paying attention. Missile, tope right through the ropes. He hit him right on the jaw with the top of his head. That's got to be painful. Dragon's still in good shape, not showing the ill effects from the knee. Look out, Tony. Look out. He's not going to do it. Oh, my God! Hilo off the top rope to the floor. Beautiful somersault. Hilo splash.
We told you there would be some high-flying maneuvers, and you got it here courtesy of One Hardcore. Jushin Thunder Liger against the Ultimo Dragon.
Tony, the problem with moves like that, as you can see, is it often hurts you almost as much as it does your opponent. Very, very high-risk style that Dragon employs, but when you're the size of these two guys, you've got to employ more of those high-risk moves because you're not going to outpower anybody. Look at that beautiful power bomb by Dragon.
There it is, a power bomb. We're about 10 minutes into this match here, courtesy of War, the Natural, along with Tony Mariani. It's hardcore wrestling.
It certainly is. These two are hardcore. Look, going for a tiger suplex. He's got a beautiful bridge by Dragon.
We got a 2 count on that one.
That looked like a 3 to me, Tony.
Looks like he's taking some of the steam out of Jushin Thunder Liger.
Definitely. I'll tell you what, the Tiger Suplex, you have no place to put your arms to block your fall. The Tiger Suplex lands you right on the head and back of the neck. And look at this, stretching him now into it. That's actually an octopus, a form of an abdominal stretch. But when you hook that right arm across the front and hook it with your left, that's an octopus stretch made famous by Antonio Inoki. If you wanted to, Tony, you could take him back into a pin. Shooting Liger off the ropes now. Liger holds the rope. Smart move. Grabbing Dragon by the legs. He could be good. He slingshots him over the top rope. Oh, and Dragon hit his back.
We can expect some more high-flying maneuvers now.
Watch out for Liger. Whoa, look at the snap on that heel.
Unbelievable. These two men are risking body and limb in this match.
I'll tell you what, Mariana, I haven't seen you do one of those flips since your last bender downtown. Dragon on the floor now. You saw that beautiful snap helo by Liger. No one does it better. Jushin Thunder Liger, a real powerhouse in there. And now I believe he's making a mistake. He should stay on Ultimo Dragon. Of course, in Japan, you have a 20 count to get back in the ring as opposed to a 10 here in the IWA. Liger now trying to hook. Perhaps this could be the Liger bomb. No, it's just a straight power bomb, but that could be enough after that helo on the outside.
Only a 2 count.
2.5, Tony, 2.5. Liger showing amazing recuperative power.
These two men have been going at it for some time now here on Hardcore. It's action courtesy of War. Jushin Liger and the Ultimo Dragon.
Brainbuster dropped him right on his head. Look
That
at
could
that.
be it. That one looks like it's over.
He's checking. The referee out of position. Look out.
2.5.
If Liger had hit the leg, I believe he would have had Ultimo Dragon dropped it right on his head. Crowd is really into this one. They're sensing that something exciting is going to happen here.
The Dragon is just moving now. He wasn't moving there for a while. Looks like he was out of it.
Both men very evenly matched. I believe Dragon may have been unconscious and the ref not been able to. Look out, Tombstone pile driver. Going to be attempted, I believe, by Liger. Oh, right on top of the head. Liger should have gone for the pin.
He should have gone for the pin. Absolutely. Even I know that, Natural. He's off the top rope here.
Beautiful dive.
This one could be it. This could be it.
Oh, another 3, Tony.
No, it's 2.5.
I've been down. There you go. Do something out of it. I'll tell you what, Jushin Liger surprises me because he should know enough to hook the leg. You got to hook the leg on a guy like Ultimo Dragon. But you were right, Tony, for once in your life, he should have tried to pin him after the Tombstone pile driver. He gave him about 5 or 10 second window to recover.
But Liger doesn't look like he's 100% because he just gave the Dragon more time to get himself together. There's a kick. What is this?
Beautiful move. Victory roll reversed by Liger. Oh!
2.5 again.
Should have grabbed a handful of tights. Should have grabbed a handful of tights, Tony. If that were me, this match would have been over.
Of course, these two guys are too
That's
classy
the
to take
bullseye.
it.
Northern Lights suplex.
There you go.
Beautiful
1, 2,
move.
and
Beautiful
2.5.
by Ultimo Dragon.
The Dragon
2.5
almost had
count.
him there.
Dragon now. Picking Liger up. Couple of chops. He's likely going to try to hit something off the top rope. Liger versus. Oh, somersault combo kick by Liger. Beautiful move. Both men exhausted at this point, Tony, as you can imagine. Wow, look at Dragon. Dragon looks like he's on Green Street. Liger now picking Dragon up, taking him up top. It looks like Liger has done a move. I've only seen him do it once, the Fisherman Buster off the top rope. If he hooks that on Dragon, this will be over. And that's what he's hooking. You can see him hooking for it. He's going for it. It could be a Fisherman Buster off the top rope. He's looking in for Ultimo Dragon. No! He dropped Liger on his head. He's going to hook Le Magistral. Le Magistral. 2, 3. Oh my God! He got it. We got a winner. Ultimo Dragon wins.